Good morning. Hello. Hello, my name is George Fitzhenry. I am president of the Lynn Veterans Council. I want to thank you for joining us here today as we honor those from Lynn who fought and died in the Korean War. I will now ask Chaplain Peter Lanzarotti to give the opening prayer to honor those who have served. And please remain standing for the singing of the national anthem. All rise. Uncover.
Almighty God, Commander of the heavenly hosts, pray thee to guide us on this day when we recall the honor and sacrifice of our comrades who fought in the Korean War, especially those who paid the ultimate price. We also recall those who did not return or whose fate is still unknown. Protect them and our nation in keeping with thy holy will. Amen.
Please remain standing for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Through cover, and please remain standing while Jim sings the national anthem.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight, all the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombarding air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Two. Very good. Thank you, Jim. It is now my honor to introduce Mayor Tom McGee to read a proclamation in honor of Korean War veterans. Mayor, could I have the Korean War veterans join us up here, Tom? Yeah, the Korean War veterans. Join us up here, please.
Come on. Thank you, George. And I want to thank everyone for being here today as we recognize Korean War's Veterans Day here in Lynn. And I see many of my colleagues in government, Pete Capano, Rick Staubert, Brian Field, Dan Cahill, and Brendan Crichton. And I don't think I missed anyone. I want to thank them for being here as well to recognize the 65th anniversary of the end of the war. And we come together to honor those who served, fought, and died in the Korean War. I want to thank the veterans, the Lynn Veterans Council, Essex County Marine Corps League Rifle Team, the Lynn English High School Marine Junior ROTC, and the City of Lynn Veterans Service Department for organizing and participating in this ceremony. And I'd like to read a proclamation. City of Lynn Mayoral Proclamation. Whereas on June 25th, 1950, communist armies from the north stormed across the 38th parallel, beginning the Korean War, and nearly 1.8 million members of the armed forces of the United States fought during the Korean War, pushing back those invading armies. And whereas members of the armed forces of the United States who fought during the Korean War served our nation under the most trying of conditions, and whereas the exemplary performance of those who served during the Korean War reflected the highest standards of bravery and courage, and whereas Lynn is proud of the sacrifices made by those from our city who served with bravery and distinction in the Korean War, most especially the men whose names are listed on the Lynn Korean Veterans Memorial. And now, therefore, I, Thomas M. McGee, Mayor of the City of Lynn, hereby proclaim Monday, June 25th, 2018, to be Korean War Veterans Day in the City of Lynn, and urge all citizens of the City of Lynn to take cognizance of this event and participate fittingly in its observance. I'm honored to have signed this proclamation, and I'm honored to stand here with those who served in the Korean War as well, and thank you all for being here again. George. And as I'm presenting it to George, I'm actually presenting it to all of those that are up here that have served us, and again, I'm honored to be here with all of you. I'll stand with this right here.
The presentation.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Please be seated. If I could just one more time for a round of applause for our veterans in the room and especially our Korean War veterans today. Thank you so much for your service. Thank you so much for that proclamation, Mayor McGee. As I've always said in Lynn, as much as I've heard over the years at as someone who served myself about 18 months in Korea long after the fighting stopped, I count myself lucky at least to have been there and seen and talked to some of the older citizens who lived through the fighting. And I can assure you, no matter what you hear, what people tell you, they know what you did for them. They know what your sacrifices meant. So once again, thank you very much to our Korean War veterans that are here today. Before we get on a little on with the program, I wanted to introduce someone to say a few words. What we're going to be doing on September 16th, for those of you who don't know, we're going to have a big parade going down Weston Ave. Remember that big one we had there, North Shore Veterans Appreciation Day Parade? Well, John Sajerski, he's the commander of the VFW Post 1240. He's here going to say a few words about it. What we're hoping to do, what we're going to do is have trolleys. So if you can't get in the parade, if you can't march in the parade, we're going to have trolleys for veterans to ride in. So John's going to give you the rundown of the parade, but it's a lot of work, and he's been doing this now for over a decade, and he puts so much work into it. So I just want to say thank you to John and introduce Commander John Sajerski.
That was pretty good, Mike. Thank you. First of all, I'd like to thank all you Korean War veterans home and welcome home from one Vietnam vet to a Korean vet. You know, if it wasn't for you Korean vets, a lot of us Vietnam vets wouldn't be in VFWs today. When we came home, a lot of people didn't want us in their members, and they didn't want our membership card in VFWs. But there was great Korean veterans like you guys who turned the shoulder and looked at us and said, "You're welcome. You're welcome in this post." So I want to thank you from the bottom of my heart and all the Vietnam vets from the city and Lynn and surrounding areas, from Marblehead to Beverly, wherever you want to go. Thank you for having us, and thank you for serving our country. Thank you very much. I want to thank Mayor Tom McGee for helping us put this program on September 16th, and everybody from the board and all the selectmen who have helped. People don't know they help, but they do help. from all the way from the State House all the way down. They're very quiet about it, but when you ask them a favor, it gets done. Might be a little bit slow on some hands, but they help. So thank you very much, Tom McGee, and you people over there for helping us for this parade coming down the line. This parade is coming on September 16th, and it's coming down Western Avenue right into Lynn English High School. There's approximately 18 to 19 bands alone in this parade, and I can't count the military equipment and everything else that is coming, all the ROTCs, all the submarines, all the Navy, and everybody else that are coming to this parade. There's approximately 3,000 that are going to be marching in this parade. We understand there's going to be some other people coming. We don't know exactly. We're working on it. The city and Lynn and the people on the committee, Mike Sweeney's wife and the other girls, my wife and all the rest of them, have done an unbelievable job help raising money for this. Roger Camo, sitting in the audience, has been a huge help, who's a Korean decorated veteran of the Korean Wars. Peter Bacano, who's breaking his nose to help out. I could go on and on and on and name the people, but the most important thing is that all you Korean veterans, all your World War II veterans, and some of you Vietnam vets, if you can't walk, you can't get there, Mr. Billy DeAndrew was setting up a staging area in front of sheer lighting so that you guys, we can either sit in the passing review stand along with the rest of the members of the city or whatever you like, or there'll be a handicap ramp for you gentlemen to come up on, and you'll be overseeing the whole parade as it goes by. If you don't want to do that, there'll be 2 trolley cars sitting up further down on Western Avenue on Market Basket, up the street a little bit, where you can meet there through Gliss or wherever else how you can get there, and go on the trolley cars and ride through the parade and be on it that way, whichever you choose. But at Lynn English High School, there will also be a band there called Overdrive to play music. There will also be a chorus from Lynn English High School, which all girls are going to sing. There will also going to be National Guard who's bringing special vehicles for all the children and all you people that are going to open up like this for all the kids from the surrounding areas can enjoy the day with the military and everything like that. But I don't want to take anything away from you Korean vets this morning, but I do want to say thank you so much, and thank you for allowing us in your VFWs. Good morning.
What we're going to do next, is something that I think we should give credit where credit is due. There's a man who isn't here with us today, former past commander of the PLAV, Jim DeFilippo, Korean War veteran himself, who several years ago just asked a simple question, why we don't read the names. And we had no good answer. And so when someone comes up with a good idea, we take it, right? When people say that we'll never forget your service, as veterans, we hear that all the time. When I got back from Afghanistan, I heard it. I know when you heard it when you came back from Vietnam, Korea, wherever you served. The way we truly honor someone's service is by remembering the fallen. We say the names. We make sure that, again, that when we say your service will never be forgotten, we mean it. So what's going to happen right now is we're going to read the names of the fallen, those listed on the Lynn Korean War Memorial. After the names are read, we're lucky enough to have with us here the rifle team from the Essex County Marine Corps League Detachment. So there'll be a salute to the fallen. And we're proud to have them here. Thank you very much. Daniel J. Ballum. Albert L. Barber. George Barnes, Jr. Donald F. Barry. Robert H. Berry. Donald E. Bryant. Henry J. Caproni, Jr. Joseph W. Camo, Patrick E. Connolly, Frank W. Curtin, Myron L. Cutler, Edward E. DeLand, John J. Drozdowitz, Raymond C. Erickson, Frank N. Fulton, Bernard H. Gass, Owen F. Healy, Richard D. Hickey, Ernest G. Larson, Jr., Walter R. Howard, Charles O. Hunter, Robert E. Inglis, Saul J. Katz, Paul M. Linton, John E. Madsden, Charles P. McBride, John P. McGovern, Richard G. Relva, Kerry C. Sabanti, Robert O. Sprague, Dexter E. Tufts, Harvey F. Wellman, Irvin S. White, Jr., Samuel A. Wilson, Charles W. Wolfendale, John W. Woodland, Jr., Richard P. Yakub. Please rise.
I would now ask Peter Lancelotti for the closing prayer. Please remain standing on cover.
Glory be to you, our Lord and our God, as we behold the blessings you have given us as citizens of these United States of America. We thank you, Lord, for this blessed and bountiful land. Help us to renew our loyalty to this great country and to enable us to rededicate ourselves in faith to thy service. We pray, Lord, in thy name. Amen.
Thank you, Cover. That concludes the ceremony. You're welcome to join us in the collation at the rear of the foyer. Thank you for attending.